Hey guys. So I wanted to talk about something that was completely unexpected, but it was something that I remember looking at videos on YouTube and reading on Wikipedia and doing this of my spare time. Of course, what I am talking about is I wanted to actually talk about the mystery involving Kendrick Johnson. And I'm going to tell you guys, a little bit information about, stuff about what I know about this story. This story happened almost about 2 years ago. It's one of the mysteries of the world to this day. It involves a 17-year-old boy named Kendrick Johnson. He was a senior, I believe, at a high school, and he was, the star league of the basketball team. He played basketball, and what happened was one day while he was in school, apparently. What had happened was he had entered into a gymnasium at his school, and what happened was they're not really sure about what happened, but they're saying that okay, he suffocated while trying to retrieve a shoe from the other side of the mats. Like he saw a shoe, I believe, at the end of the a mat that was rolled up in the gymnasium, and he went inside to retrieve the shoe. And somehow or another, he ended up, suffocating, and he died from that trauma. And yeah, so that's exactly what happened to him. But as I look through further within the story, they're saying that there was more to it than just him, crawling into a mat and getting suffocated. They're saying that they seen there was a pool of blood. The shoe where he was supposed to be trying to get to was surrounded in blood. He had bruises on him. And what was more disturbing was that when his body was actually in the corners, they ended up, his family was shocked, and I was shocked when I found out about this, that when they did the autopsy on him, they found nothing but newspaper. And you heard that right, guys. Newspaper. He had newspaper stuff all over him. Like his mother said, there were Macy's ads, just all kinds of newspaper stuff within in his body where his internal organs are supposed to be. So they're saying that there's more to it than just him suffocating on the mat. Obviously, from what you guys hear from me and what you read upon the story, and I advise you to read upon the story. All you have to do is type in his name, Kendrick Johnson. It was more to it than just him, more than a homicide. And I feel that this was murder. This was murder. And for what reason, I really wish I could really find out, like, who in the world could do this to this young gentleman. He was really, he seemed like he was a really friendly boy. He seemed like he was really nice. Looking at the pictures with his mom and dad, he was a star football league. And somehow or another, this had, tragically happened to him. And even though the story was 2 years ago, I actually saw on Facebook today, while I was on break at work, I saw on Facebook today that there was a post there saying that no criminal charges won't be filed within the story. And once I saw this, I was just completely pissed off at the people, like not, taking time to do this, to keep this page open. I mean, you have his family at home trying to figure out who the hell, could have possibly done this to their child, their only baby. I can't even, begin to imagine what they're going through every day without their son. And the authorities don't have no feelings, no shame, no purpose of trying to find out who did this to him. And the strange thing is, it's like it's some kind of cover up to me, because they're saying that they had interviewed two boys, two teenage boys that went along school with Kendrick, and obviously they were two teenage white boys, and they act like, okay, they were like studying, they didn't know, what the fuck to say. It was all of that, and then basically those two boys were, I believe, were the father of the sheriff that was in charge of the story, and he acted like he didn't even give a damn. And there was another guy that didn't give a fuck too. I mean, there was a news crew, a news guy that was actually trying to get the story from him, and he basically threw the camera guy out, just telling him to leave. He ordered him to leave, and all of that. I mean, these are videos I actually seen on YouTube, guys, and you can actually check it out just by typing his name. But that is just some crazy ass shit right there, that no charges won't be made. I feel like it's something to do with it's a racial profile issue, to be exact. It's something, I feel like, just because he's black, and just because his life is not, worth trying to figure out what happened to him, they just gonna close the case. While there are cases as little there are cases that are like 40, 50, 60, and on years old that are still open. Like I believe the Black Dahlia, to be example. It was a really interesting like mystery. If you guys want to check that out too, John Bonet. You got all these unsolved mysteries that are still open to this day, and then they're talking about there is no charges. I mean, are they serious? I mean, what justice? Like, I feel like this boy won't be able to rest in peace until his family know at least about what happened to him. And the funny thing is, it's nothing but a cover up, because if you guys actually look at the videos, what happened was they actually had surveillance footage of him going into the gymnasium, or Kendrick going to the gymnasium. But the weird shit is that only, or I believe, 3 hours of the footage was missing from that paper. So someone during that time could easily, killed him and did whatever they wanted to do with his body, and roll it up and act like it was some kind of dumb accident. And it's just crazy. I cannot believe how people could be so cruel. That's why I I just said to myself, I had to make this video. I had to, share my thoughts on it, because I'm very familiar with the story. I look at this kind of information all the time during my spare time. And I never thought that I had to end up, hearing it again. Um, like hearing it again from, from Facebook or the news or whatever. And a lot of people, I'm not the only one who's upset with it too. A lot of people who are familiar with the story are completely appalled that they will actually, just close the lid, or no criminal charges will be filed. I mean, really, I mean, just look at all the evidence. I mean, his body was stuffed with newspaper. I mean, his internal organs were stolen by someone. I'm not gonna say something, by someone, and possibly sold off to the black market. They just took his body and just gut him like a pig, and he doesn't get no justice from that, and that's not right. I really wish that somebody could do something. I really wish somebody could have the nerve to just protest to keep this case open. I really hope that it doesn't close. I know his parents won't tolerate it. They're going to come up with something. I really hope they do. I really hope, that they do. And I'm really sorry what happened to that boy. I really hope that, out of all of this, he will rest in peace. But I really hope that, his parents will find out what happened to him, so we will know what happened to him, because we are terribly, terribly sorry for their loss. Okay, guys, so that's all that I really wanted to say. If you guys have any questions or anything regarding this video about the mystery death of Kendrick Johnson, you're welcome to comment down in the links below. I really love to, read you guys' comments and what you think about this situation. And also, if you guys, like this video, thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs up and subscribe to me. I'll try to keep my stories at least late as possible. And I thank you so much, guys, for watching, and you have a nice night.